Yo, audience, Fears' new hat. What's up? Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys are doing utterly fantastic. Um, what's up? All right. So, today's topic is what I did today. I went to a convention. And
What's up?
as you guys can tell by the title, you guys had it so close. You guys almost had it. Someone said Dinosaur Con. It wasn't called Dinosaur Con. It was called the Jurassic Quest Experience. So whoever said that, you almost had it. But a lot of good guesses yesterday. But you guys failed to get it yesterday. I had a fantastic time. And I'm going to talk about the Jurassic Quest experience. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Saturday. I do have to work tonight, but later on tonight. Way later on tonight. So, yes. So, I get there. Finally, I think they saw my my last video at the Florida State Fairgrounds. This time, they did not bullshit me about any parking issues. It seemed like they really had it down this time. Again, maybe they saw my my last video. Maybe not, because me and the Florida State Fairground staff, we do not get along. Because the last time they gave you so much shit about parking. Parking should be free there because you're already buying the event that you're going to, so they shouldn't charge you. This time they did not charge me. They tried to charge me last time, and I was like, that's not happening. That is not happening whatsoever. So yeah. Anyway, so I get there. The parking's fine. The parking's good. Then I get in. Right? The event was great. But I was about to leave, and let me show you something. So I was about to leave, and I bought a souvenir. I'm not gonna show you guys what souvenir Fears got, so you guys will have to check it out. I'm gonna add it to the Christmas unboxing. So mum's the word. So I was about to leave, and I got this bag, but this bag, it was a big pain in the ass. I don't know who thought of this idea, but whoever thought of this idea was the biggest idiot in the entire world. So they said, we can't just hand out bags. And I was like, why is that? I'm like, I bought some souvenirs. I want to put it in a bag. I said, I've only got two hands. I said, and I'm not lugging that stuff back to the car. And they said, we've got a policy where if you don't spend more than $60, you don't get a bag. Well, Fears thinking, I was like, that is the most insane thing I've ever heard of in my life. I was like, whoever thought of that idea was a fucking idiot. And I said, what if people buy a lot of souvenirs and it doesn't get up to $60? I said, are they supposed to just hold it like this? So I was very calm, and I said, ma'am, I need a bag. And she's like, well, unfortunately, I can't give you one, sir. And I went, okay. I'm like, all right. Did that stop Fears? No, that did not stop Fears, because I've got a bag. So Fears went into his negotiation tactics. And so I went up to a manager and I said, excuse me, tell me if this makes sense. And she goes, and she said, yeah, go ahead. And I was like, well, I said, here's the deal. I said, don't you think that's a little stingy? And she goes, yeah. She goes, you're talking about the bag thing, right, sir? And I said, yeah. I said, isn't that a little stingy? I said, it's just a bag. Who cares? I need something to put my merchandise in. Because inside this bag, I bought some merchandise, but I'm not going to show you guys what I got. The merchandise that I bought, it's going to be part of the Christmas unboxing. So, anyway, what's up, Richie? So I said, don't you think that's a little stingy? That if I said, what happens if someone doesn't buy something over $60? And I said, that's pretty stingy, wouldn't you say? And she goes, oh, trust me, sir. She goes, you're preaching to the choir. She goes, that's corporate's idea. And I said, that is the most stupidest idea I've ever heard of in my entire life. And I said, you can quote me. I said, whoever thought of that idea of not giving people a bag at the convention if they haven't spent over $60, he is a goddamn fucking idiot. End quote. And she goes, well, we are having a big meeting next week to talk about, like, the shows. And she goes, I'll definitely let him know. I said, let him know. I said, it was a corporate guy, right, that thought of that idea? And she went, yeah. I said, well, that guy's an idiot. I said, if you know that the show is going to be big, I said, don't rip the customer off. Don't be stingy to the customer. Don't treat the customer like crap. I said, check this out. I said, if you know that it's going to be a 60,000 plus show, then make 90,000 bags so everybody gets one, and you have extras. It's all about, and she goes, you're preaching to the choir, sir. She goes, I think it's a stupid rule too. I said, it's the biggest, stupidest rule I've ever heard of in my entire life. And I said, that is such asinine. And I was like, that is the epiphany of stinginess. She goes, she goes, I agree. Yo, Tinder Immortal. Yo, Heroes and Villains. Heroes and Villains, I just got some stream time. I will have you on next show. What's up, Girl Gamer? So anyway, I was bound and determined because I hate it. I hate it when people take advantage of the customer. I hate it when people take advantage of people just in general. I hate bullies. I hate trolls, all that bullshit. I said, they are taking advantage of the customers. And I said, that's just not going to happen. If one thing pisses me off more is when people try to take advantage of other people. And I said, so they care more about money than the customer at this show. And so I convinced the manager. I convinced the manager, and I was like, that is the most stupidest rule I've ever heard of in my life. I said, what if a family bought a t-shirt? Each one of them bought a t-shirt. Well, a t-shirt's not more than $60. I said, you're telling me you'll inconvenience the customer and have them hold that the whole time? And she goes, yeah. She goes, it sounds like a pretty stupid rule. And I said, that is the biggest, stupidest rule I've ever heard of in my entire life. I said, just quit being stingy and just give people a bag. And she goes, I'm really sorry that you had a bad experience. I said, I didn't have a bad experience. I said, I enjoyed the show. I said, just at the end of the show, for someone to treat me like that, come on, that's asinine. That's being stingy. I said, I'm not asking for the Eiffel Tower. I'm asking for a bag to put my stuff in. And she goes, well, you're not the only one that's complained about this. I said, oh yeah. I said, just humor me. Humor me and tell me how many people have complained about this. She goes, well over 25 people. I said, well, don't you think there's a pattern? If one person complains, 10 person complain, 15, 20, 23, now 25, you probably should change that rule. And she goes, I definitely will let my manager know. And I said, you can use my direct quote. I said, whoever thought of that, if you don't spend $60 or more, you won't get a bag. Tell that guy he's a fucking idiot and he cares more about money and profit than the actual customer. Because it's a proven fact. If you treat the customer right, they'll come back. Because at that very moment, I was like, well, I enjoyed the show, but would fears come back after this whole bag incident? Probably not. So, Jurassic Quest, get off your ass and change that bag policy, because whoever thought of that idea about the bag policy, you guys are fucking morons. I'm like, that is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard of. Crazy. The actual show was great, though. I got some cool pics. I got some cool video. Tender Immortal says, I went to SF last night. It was like Home Alone in New York. What's SF? SF. I went to SF last night. It was like Home Alone in New York. SF. Tender Immortal, you're going to have to give me some more information because I don't know what SF means or what that stands for. Let me know. Hero says, shout out to all in the chat. Yes, shout out to all the chat. If you have not checked out Heroes and Villains Discord, check it out. So that was the only thing that I thought was kind of stupid about the show. The rest of the show was fantastic. They had something for everybody. They had stuff for little kids. They had stuff for adults. Very educational convention. A lot of fun convention, too. Got some pictures with some dinosaurs. Got some pictures with some dinosaurs. Got some video footage with some dinosaurs. It's going to turn into an epic vlog. I'm thinking about taking my comments out about the bag policy. I'm thinking about it. Or what I may do is because I was very strong about this. I'm like, this is so stupid. I'm like, they're taking advantage of people, and I cannot stand that shit. You know, that's why I cannot, it drives me. If I was a manager, I would look, whoever invented that bag policy, if I was a manager, I'd be like, you are a fucking moron. You're fired. Get out of here. I cannot stand it when people take advantage of other people. It drives me up the wall. It pisses me off. I can't stand bullies. I can't stand all that negative shit. Oh, and the bag policy thing, I was just like, Florida Fairgrounds, their staff is the biggest fucking morons ever. But again, this time, it wasn't the Florida Fairgrounds people. It was the people putting on that convention. I was like, taking advantage of people, like, so even if you bought a pen, and you wanted, because they were handing out free stuff at the convention. If they hand out free stuff, and somebody doesn't have a bag, where the hell are they supposed to put it? I always grab free stuff at the conventions. You guys know this. I always have a bag. I forgot to bring my backpack, though. So I was like, I'll get a bag. Plus, I wanted to get a bag anyway, for the experience. It was a fun experience. And then for them to say, oh, no, $60 bullshit. I was like, no, fuck you. I'm getting a bag. So, yeah. That was so horrible. That part of it was horrible. The actual show was fantastic, though. Rezi says San Francisco, I think. Oh, yeah, SF, San Francisco. Well, that's cool, Tinder Immortal. I didn't know you were on vacation, so I hope you had fun in San Francisco. Fears has been to San Francisco twice in his life. Once with my mom and my grandma and my aunt and a bunch of other like cousins and stuff, and then with the immediate family. I went to San Francisco with my mom, my dad, my brother, and we walked on the what the hell is that red bridge? It's one of the most famous bridges in America or in the world. I fucking forgot it. What the hell is that name of that bridge in San Francisco? It's the Red Bridge. It was in Full House. I've walked across it. I cannot remember the name of it. Because when I went to San Francisco with my parents, it was like, I was 13, 14, I can't remember. I don't remember the name of it. It's not far from where I live. I took the BART train. It's like a subway, Fears. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Well, that must mean that you live in California somewhere, Tinder Immortal. There we are. Where did you go? Little Bob says, where did you go? Some kind of bag convention? No, it's not a bag convention, Little Bob. I went to Jurassic Quest. So it basically taught you about dinosaurs, and I told you guys, it had something to do with animals. I've loved dinosaurs ever since I was a kid. Dinosaurs are fucking cool as an adult. It was very educational. I got some funny video clips, got some funny pictures. What I was trying to say is that the Jurassic experience staff, some of them were nice and some of them were morons. One guy was like, oh, no, like, you can't have a bag. to put your stuff in? I said, well, I just bought some merchandise. I've only got 2 hands. And I said, I'm vlogging in one hand. And I said, I don't want to lug around a bunch of merchandise and have it like this. I said, so I'm like, you've got enough bags. Just hand me a bag. And he goes, oh, no, I can't give you a bag. And I was like, why not? And he goes, well, we have a policy. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what? And I've never had a problem getting a bag at a convention, except for these fucking idiots. And he goes, our policy is if you don't spend more than $60, yeah, we can't give you a bag. Well, of course, that wasn't going to settle for Fierce, because they're taking advantage of me, taking advantage of the customer, and I cannot stand it when people take advantage of people, or they're trolling people, or bullying people. It drives me fucking up the wall. So I said, really, dude? I said, you're not going to give me a bag? I said, I bought all this merchandise, you know? And now I'm not going to show you the merchandise I got. You're going to see at least one of the merchandise things that I bought in the Christmas unboxing. I'm going to wrap it and put it underneath a tray. And the guy goes, trust me, man, you're preaching to the choir, He goes, I think it's a stupid rule, too. I said, that is insane. I said, it's just a bag. I said, that is the epiphany of stinginess. You're being stingy. And I said, whoever thought of that $60 thing for a bag, he is a fucking idiot. I said, that is the most stupidest rule I've ever heard of in my entire life. And I said, I'm not trying to be a dick. I said, there's like 60,000 people at this convention. He goes, yeah. I said, if you know 65,000 plus people are coming, make enough bags. And she goes, well, trust me. He goes, you're not the only one to complain about this. I said, oh yeah. I said, just curious, how many people has complained? She goes, about 25 people. She goes, you would make 25. I said, well, there you go. I said, there's a pattern for me. I said, if I'm not the only one complaining about it, and other people are, I said, maybe you should change that rule, you know? And she goes, oh, I agree. She goes, it's a stupid rule. And I said, it is a stupid rule. I said, what if people don't want to pay over $60 for merchandise? What if they just want to buy 1 or 2 items and they don't want to lug it around like this in their hand? I'm like, give people a bag. I said, if you don't, you're going to inconvenience the customer, and then you have to lug it all the way back to your car. So I said, I'm not trying to be a dick, but I said, it's just a bag. Who cares? Just hand it to me. They weren't about to give it to me, so I grabbed the manager, and I was like, all right. I said, time to bust out Fierce's negotiation skills. And I said, I'll tell you what. I said, if you give me a bag, I said, because I've got stuff. I said, I'm not lugging it all the way back to my car until the very end. I said, I'm going to walk around, and I need a bag. I said, I'll give you guys a plug in my vlog. The guy finally whizzled down to his knees, as they always do, and he gave me a bag. And I said, I hope you know, I said that the rest of the show was great. I said, but I am going to put in my 2 cents about this stupid bag policy. And he went, oh yeah, he goes, go for it. He goes, I think it's a stupid rule. And he goes, I'm going to call your main manager of corporate a fucking idiot. Because I said, because he is. Because they told me, they said, oh, well, the main manager of merchandising, he came up with this idea. I'm like, well, he's a goddamn moron. I said, he's taking advantage of the customers, and he's caring more about money than the actual experience. Because the rest of the show was a great show, but it was kind of a damper at the end. They're like, oh, no, you can't get a bag. And I was like, that's not going to happen. I'm like, I'm getting a bag. Never had that experience at a convention. Never. Every single convention I've ever went to, hell, they're the reverse. They're like, hey, would you like a free bag? And I'm like, I'd love a free bag. Because popularity works at a convention. If you spread the word and say, oh, man, this fucking convention was great, you're going to generate more flow and more flow and more flow. And I told them that at this convention. I said, if you treat the customer bad and you're stingy about a bag, no one's going to come by. I said, that rubs off on a customer the wrong way. And I was totally cool about it. And I said, I wasn't mad at all. I was a little annoyed, but I was very professional. I said, do you guys see where I'm coming from? I said, that is so stingy. And I said, if 25 other people, he goes, oh, sir, they said, listen, they said, we're preaching on the choir. And they said, we hope we didn't ruin your day. I said, you didn't ruin my day. I said, just, to me, that's kind of stingy. I said, I've went to tons and tons of conventions. I told them I'm a YouTuber. I didn't tell them my YouTube channel because, you know, you have to be real careful. If they don't like what you say, then corporate could sue me. I mean, I'm going to put in my 2 cents because I'm allowed to put in my 2 cents in my video. But I just thought it was so stupid. I'm like, if I'm complaining and they said, oh, 25 other people. And I said, I bet you those 25 other people had families, right? She goes, some of them were families, some of them were just couples, or some of them were just like single people like you that we couldn't get a bag to. I said, I think you should give people a bag. I said, I've went to many conventions, and I said, you guys are the only one with this bullshit $60 or over policy. And she goes, well, how many conventions have you went to? I said, my first convention was Phoenix Comic-Con 2010. And I said, I've been going to conventions. I said, I was like 24, 25 then. I said, I'm 39 now. So I said, I don't know exactly how many conventions, but I said, I went to my fair share of conventions. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Plus, you shouldn't have to pay $60. Because they said, well, you can do it 2 ways. They said you can do it 2 ways. They said you can either pay $60 and get a bag. They said, or you can spend $60 worth of merchandise and then we'll give you a free bag. And I was like, look, you don't know, Fears. None of those is going to happen. I'm going to get a bag and I'm going to walk away. I said, because any convention I've went to, any of them, they're practically handing bags. Go to any Comic-Con. Go to any toy show. Hey, you want a free bag? Check it out. And because, again, popularity. Anytime I went to a convention, when they hand you a bag, all of their YouTube channels, all of their, like, Twitter, all that stuff is usually on the bag. Just like this. Just like that. Usually. So I said, they want people to have bags at all these other conventions. I said, apparently you guys are being stingy. So all in all, they totally agree with me, and they said, we will bring it up to the merchandising people. I said, you should. I said, because I said, that policy needs to change. I said, that is so stupid. And they said, are you mad? I said, I'm not mad. I said, I just find it that you're taking advantage of the customer. And I said, you guys are being kind of stingy. So yeah. And they were also kind of like tight asses about the filming. And I checked the website. They said you can take as many pictures and video. But then when you get there, they're like, that's a GoPro, right? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, oh, that's a GoPro? And I went, yeah. They're like, are you planning to film? And I was like, yeah. But I said it nicer than that. Oh, are you going to take pictures on your phone? And I'm thinking, what? I'm like, what the hell is this guy's deal? I was very nice, though. I said, yeah. I said, I'm going to snap off a few photos and some video. I said, is that okay? And he's like, oh, yeah, that's okay. And I said, the way you're acting, I said, it doesn't seem like it's okay. And he's like, oh, well, we have to be real careful. I was like, careful of what? And he's like, well, you never know. He goes, sometimes when people go to a convention, you know, there's psychos out there. And I'm like, I'm not a psycho. And I had, this guy just came up out of nowhere. And I was filming one of the dinosaurs, and I was joking around in the video. Like, they had, like, steam and stuff, like, coming out of the dinosaur's ears and mouth. And I was like, get that steam away from me. And I was, like, going nuts, and I was filming and stuff. And he came and said, oh, you're filming. And he goes, you were getting kind of, like, energized when you were filming. I said, yeah. I said, I put a lot of passion and effort into my videos. I said, I'm a YouTuber. He goes, okay, never mind. He goes, that makes sense. He goes, yeah, I was just checking. I said, I'm not here to harm anyone, man. I said, I'm just filming. I'm doing my own thing. I'm taking pictures. And he's like, are you here alone? And I was like, that's none of your business. And he's like, okay. And so I was like, look, I said, I'm just filming my vlog. So I don't know. Those two things were kind of weird. But the rest of the show was fantastic. All right, let me get back to the comments. Let's see. Let me get back to the comments. Let's see here. Let's see. I'm sorry. Vision says there's a cool documentary about people jumping off that bridge. I just can't remember what Visions. What's the name of that bridge? Like, there's a picture of me, my mom, my dad, and my brother in San Francisco, and it's red. And they always had it like in the intro of like Full House and stuff. I just can't remember the name of that bridge. I know it's like a. Hang on. You know what? I'll Google it. Hang on. I'll figure it out. Give me 1 second. Let's see. That's why I love Google. Famous red bridge in San Francisco. All right, here we go. Golden Gate Bridge. That's what it's called. Golden Gate Bridge. I knew it was on the tip of my tongue. I just could not remember. So I didn't know people jumped off that bridge though, Visions. Hopefully no one died. Are you saying that people jumped off of it for like recreational? Because that's nuts. Well, I mean, Visions is into some spooky stuff. So if someone did jump off that bridge and kill themselves, I guarantee you Visions would watch a documentary about that kind of stuff. Nothing against Visions. I love you, buddy, but it's well known. Visions is into some kooky things. And spooky things. Skunk Ape says, hey, Fears, looking cool today. Did it get bigger? It looks bigger than last time. No, it's the same size. It's the same size. And I had more. This is the first time that I've tried my new hat on in a vlog. So I filmed the entire day with my new hat. And this is like a proper hat. Because all my other hats are like baseball caps or like dress hats. I own dress hats and baseball caps, but this is like a proper hat. This is the only hat that Fears has ever bought that's not a dress hat or a baseball cap. So I was a little nervous to debut it in a vlog. I was very nervous to debut it to you guys because I remember the day I was going to debut it. I was like, either they're going to love it. My hair keeps coming down. Either they're going to love it or they're going to hate it. I said, if they hate it, the trolls are going to rip me a new asshole about this new hat. But apparently, everyone's been liking the new hat. So I've been trying to change my fashion. I'm like, if I'm going to generate a girl, I need to throw away the old college t-shirts and all the other bullshit and get some actual nice clothes. So I just hate shopping. You guys know this. I had not cleared out my closet since college. So it's not all the way cleared out. Little by little, I've been taking sections of my closet and go, all right, I never wear that, get rid of it. I never wear that. Oh, these 4 hats, I need to get rid of them. They're so old. And so I've been little by little taking big bundles of bags of clothes and old hats and shit that I don't want anymore to the Goodwill for other people to enjoy. Because that's what Goodwill's all about. So yeah, but thanks, Skunk Ape. I appreciate you saying that. Richie said, so you paid $60? No, you know this, Richie. I would never pay $60 for a bag. Skunk Ape says, come on, Richie, don't be silly. Fears wouldn't pay $60 for a bag. Absolutely not. So you guys are starting to get to know Fears after all these years. If Fears can get a free bag, I will take a free bag. A $60 bag? No, they're mentally friggin' ill. I would never do that in a million, quadrillion, kabillion years. No. And their bullshit policy about like, oh yeah, we can't give you a bag unless you pay $60 worth of merch. I'm like, that's so stupid. I'm like, what if somebody just wants to buy like a t-shirt or two? You're telling me you can't give me a bag for that family to put their t-shirts in the bag? Give me a break. Anyway, Vision says, how much did you spend on merch? $25. I only bought one piece of merch, and I wanted to put it in the bag because I walked around for a good 2 or 3 hours, Visions, taking pictures and video. There was a lot to see there. You guys will see it whenever I post a vlog. It was massive. It was a pretty nice convention. They had a little bit of everything at the convention. Joy Boy says, sounds like you get into a lot of alterations at conventions. No. Recently, I have Joy Boy, but not as a golden rule. I almost never get into any alterations. I mean, they've popped up throughout the years. Oh, you can't film here, and I'm like, freedom of press, baby. I can film wherever the hell I want. You know, you can't stop me from filming. I mean, unless it's like a government thing, and then they're like, hey, if you film, you know, we'll arrest you, Fears. But normally at a convention, you're allowed to film. I always ask, though. I always ask. But no, I usually almost never get into an alteration at a convention. Just when someone takes advantage of someone, or when someone's bullying someone or trolling someone, I cannot stand that shit. And I thought it was so stupid. I'm like, what if someone only buys like one or two things of merch? You're telling me you can't hook them up with a bag? I'm like, that's just asinine. I said, that's being super stingy beyond belief. I'm like, whatever. Anyway. Yo, HB, what's up? And then Little Bob says, did the frustration of the bag overshadow the joy of seeing the dinosaurs? No, not at all. Not at all. I said my piece to them, and then I went on with the vlog. And then I went on with the vlog, and I went on with the day. But trust me, Fears, you know me. I got my 2 cents in of what I thought of the bag policy, and it's going to be in the vlog because that's just so stupid, and that policy needs to be changed. But I said my I said my 2 pieces to them, what I thought of it, and I said my 2 pieces in the vlog, and then that was it. And then I had to tell you guys because I thought it was ridiculous. And I was like, I'm going to tell my fans this story. And I was like, they're going to think it's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous. They need to change it ASAP. Tinder Immortal says that's crazy, right? That's just the most stupidest policy I've ever heard of in my life. Let's see. Skunk Ape says, how many people were in line when all this was going down with the bag? Oh, I'd say we had to all wait in line to get into the door. And so I got in, and this was towards the end of the day, Skunk Ape, so there wasn't a lot of people. So getting in was fine. I just said, hey, here's my phone, clicked on my email, and was like, hey, here's my ticket, here's my online ticket. And they're like, yep, you're good. And they're like, we'll stamp your hand. So they stamped my hand, went in, did the whole show. I was filming away, and before I left the entrance, I'm like, you guys don't care about pictures and video? And they're like, no, yeah. They're like, go nuts. They're like, film whatever you want. Take as many pictures as you want. I was like, sweet, awesome. I start filming away. I'm like, yo, what's up, guys? I'm at the show. Check me out on FearsMan26, yada, yada, yada. You know, doing my usual thing that I usually do at conventions. About midway, that's when that random manager came up and was like, that's a GoPro, right? So he was kind of weird. I don't know what the hell his deal was. Because as soon as he asked all those questions, he went, oh, okay. I went, all right, well, have a nice day. I'm going to go back to filming. And he was like, yeah, go ahead. And I was like, I'm like, you sure I can film? And he's like, yeah, you're fine. He goes, I just wanted to make sure. And I was like, okay. I'm like, cool, have a nice day. Because I'm not a dick. I'm just like, why is this guy asking me all these questions? But I'm like, I'll answer them. I said, I have no problem answering them. I said, yeah, I'm filming. And I said, I asked the person at the front entrance, I'm like, is it okay to film? And she said, go buck wild, film whatever you want. And I was like, oh, sweet, awesome. And I said, did I do anything? I asked the guy that was asking me all these questions. I said, did I do anything wrong? I said, if I broke any rules, I'm sorry. He's like, no. He's like, I just needed to check. He goes, I'm part of the security team. And I said, okay. I said, I can understand that. I said, I used to work in security, so I'm like, I get it. And I said, I'm not doing anything. I said, I'm not bothering anyone. I said, I'm just filming my vlog. He's like, yeah. He's like, no. He's like, you're totally good. But it was the way he was asking I thought was hilarious. Like, he kept going like that with his finger, and you guys have no idea. I was holding in the laughter. I was like, oh, I have to, like, do an impersonation of this guy for you guys. He walks up and he's like, hey, that's a GoPro, right? And I almost wanted to be like, yeah, you know? I didn't. But, oh, God, I was holding the laughter back. Because I was like, he keeps doing this. And I'm like, I can't figure this guy out. Normally I can figure people out. I'm good at reading people, but I don't know what the hell was wrong with this guy. I mean, I couldn't figure this guy out. But I guess in a nutshell, he was just trying to make sure everything was okay and I was having a good time or something. I was like, everything's cool. I'm just filming away, just vlogging away. I'm good. And he's like, all right, cool. So it didn't damper it, Skunk Ape. There wasn't many people. This bag thing happened towards the end of the convention, and I didn't want to make a big scene. So I just pulled a manager off to the side. So there wasn't many people around. Not many people around. I just talked for like 10, 20 minutes. Let them know, like, I think that's kind of ridiculous. Nobody wants to lug around their merch in their hands. I'm like, people just want to put it in a bag. I said, you got to make it more convenient for the customer. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to go into the story. Like, they said, oh, yeah, they said we agree. And then that was it. So I'd say there was maybe 4 or 5 people around. But again, I pulled the manager off to the side and like talked to them. So not many people heard our conversation. So yeah. Lydia says, well, look who went to the DinoCon. No, that's not true. I did not go to a DinoCon. You almost had it, Lydia. If I'm being precise about this. I went to a Jurassic Quest. I did not go to a DinoCon. So there it is. So you almost had it. But you didn't. So there it is. Let's see. All right, let me scroll down here. I hope everybody's having a good day. Joyboy says, did you go to con jail? No, I didn't go to con jail. I just thought that policy was so stupid. Let's see. Joyboy says, your outfit is blending into the background. Well, I just bought this gray shirt, I don't know, about a month or 2 ago, and I hadn't worn it. So I was like, all right, I'll wear this. This matches my hat. So I'm like, I'll wear that. The only thing I wish I wore jeans today, and it was quite hot today, so I should have just wore this shirt with some nice, like, shorts or something. But besides that, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Let's see. Let's see. HB says there's like 300 sewer slides of the GG Bridge a year, Fears. Really? Oh, damn. That's nuts. That is nuts. That's crazy. That's insane. That's crazy. That's nuts. I didn't know there was that many. Wow. Oh, I'm definitely not angry, Pretend Stories. I had a great time. I was like, it's just frustrating when someone takes advantage of somebody. And I was like, really? They're being stingy over a bag policy? I'm like, give me a break. So I'm not actually mad at all. I just had to tell you guys how hilarious this story was. I actually had a great time at the convention. I've had a great day. I went and got some breakfast. Before I went to the convention, I went to the grocery store. I picked up some Christmas cards because I'm going to start writing my Christmas cards to all my friends and family. Got some breakfast. Came back. Took a shower. Got ready. Went to the convention. Had a great time. Came back. Had some lunch. And now I'm just streaming with you guys. So I actually had a fantastic day. Just this little story that I'm telling you guys was at the very end of the convention. And it happened for like 10 or like, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 minutes. Something like that. I just thought it was so stupid. So yeah. Skunk Ape says, what if you cut out a hole in your hat for the GoPro? No one would ever know. Right? That's actually a good idea. I'm just joking, buddy. It would be like you're a top secret spy guy. No one would ever know. I think they would catch on, though, eventually. But yeah. All right. Let me scroll down here. Let's see. With your security background and your ability to read people, you should start a private investigator company. That'd be cool. That would be cool. Oh my lord. Skunk Ape says, let's fuck someone, but the hat stays on. Nah, that would just be weird. Having sex with a hat on? That's never happened. Fears always has to take off the hat. You know? But yeah. Let's see. Lydia says, I hit the nail on the head. Animals and zombie means dinos. No, actually I said zombies to throw you guys off. But Lydia is a smart cookie. When Lydia said DinoCon, I was like, oh shit. I'm like, she almost got it. I'm like, if she says something about Jurassic Park or Jurassic, I said, then she's got it. But anyway. But yeah. Yep. But no, but for the most part, I would give the convention probably about a B plus. B plus. There was a lot of families there. There was some things that I did not do. I just walked past. Like at the end of the convention, they had all these like big bouncy castles, and I was like, I'm not going in. I said the bouncy castles are for like kids. I'm like, I'm not getting in a bouncy castle. They had dinosaurs that you could ride, and all the kids were riding it. I said, I'm not riding a fucking dinosaur. I'm like, screw that. So I walked past those two. The rest of the convention, I went to. I just kind of skipped over that stuff. I was like, you know what? Let the kids enjoy that with their family and their friends. I said, Fears is gonna walk right past that. But yeah. But the rest of the convention was a lot of fun. I took a bunch of pictures of the dinosaurs. Hang on, where's my phone? I'll show you guys some. Here, I'll show you guys some of the pictures that I did. All right, here we go. They had this massive like Jurassic like shark there, so I guess technically it's kind of a dinosaur because it was an oversized like shark. I think it was like a megalodon or something like that. And I asked the person working there. I was like, "Well, it's a shark though." And they're like, "Well, technically it's a dinosaur because of the size of the shark." And I was like, "Oh, so that's," I said it's part of the dinosaur era. She goes, "Well, yeah." She goes, "We don't have massive sharks like that anymore. Look how big this shark is compared to Fears. Look at that. That thing is massive. That thing is huge." And then, let's see here. And then I got a picture in front of the megalodon's like teeth and shit. So it was fun. And then, oh, here's the entrance. So I took a picture of me at the entrance. So pretty cool. Again, it was a lot of fun. Just the whole bag situation. I was like, you guys are morons. I'm like, I'm not paying $60 for a bag. I'm like, give me a break. But it didn't matter anyway because Fears got his negotiation tactics in. I was like, I'm getting a bag. So I'm like, don't even go there. So, yep. Let's see. B plus is a Fears bra size. No, not at all. I don't have boobs, so you're an idiot. And hey, guess what? You're blocked. So, no, yeah, you're gone. Looks like that was a troll in the chat pretending to be a Fears fan, and he wasn't. He was trying to make some dumbass comment, but he's, in fact, a dumbass. And I'm going to win because I'm just going to block him. There it is. There it is. Gotta love that block button. I love it. All right. Let's see what else. But no, I've actually had a great day. So I took a couple pictures, took a couple video. I was in and out. I was there for maybe about an hour or two. It was a very quick convention because they said that they had it all in a row. So you just did certain sections as you went. So I stayed like 15, 20 minutes in each section, talked about it in the vlog, took some pictures, took some video, on to the next section. So yeah. Hero says, I'm working on some trailer reactions. Oh, nice. Which trailer reactions are you doing? Vision says, oh, this bag chat rocks. Well, at least you enjoy it, buddy. I just had to tell you guys. I didn't mean to go on and on about the bag. I just thought, this is such a stupid policy. I'm like, I have to let my fans know about this. Because it's ridiculous. They're taking advantage of the customer, you know? I'm like, what if a family bought some t-shirts? Well, they don't want to lug it all the way back to the car. They don't want to hold it in their hands all day. Just give them a bag. I'm like, this is so stupid. So, yeah. Pretend stories. What trailer reactions are you doing? I definitely want to do a trailer reaction. Someone told me that the Indiana Jones 5 trailer is coming out soon. Or it may be already out. I'm not for sure. But when it comes out, I'm definitely going to do a trailer reaction because I love me some Indiana Jones. And I wonder what item he's going after this time. Indiana Jones and the Legend of the Lost Medallion. Indiana Jones. What if he remember that cross? Remember that cross in Indiana Jones 3? Like when he was a kid, he was trying to grab that cross, and then that guy in the white suit was like, this is the second time I've had to replace retain my property from you. And he's like, that cross belongs in a museum. And then like the bad guy's like, so do you belong in a museum. And then all of a sudden like Indiana Jones is like, oh yeah, fuck you. And he basically like takes the guy and goes gung and like launches him off the fucking boat. And he grabs the fucking medallion that's a cross. And then I forgot how the ship explodes, but the ship explodes, and then he like grabs onto like a life raft, and yeah, there it is. So yeah, there it is. Let's see. Oh wow, Heroes says, "Hey Fears, that's for me to know and for you to find out." Oh wow, so Heroes and Villains is not going to tell us which trailer reaction he's going to do. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I guess we'll find out soon enough, guys. We will find out. HB says, I guess they have to wear them out. Wait, what I never asked. Wait, what is that? Just stay tuned. I just did the Indiana Jones trailer reaction. I gotta post it soon. It's about time travel. Oh, wow. Oh, wait, so Indiana Jones time travels? Wow, this is getting interesting. Wow. I cannot wait to watch. Well, I probably won't watch your trailer reaction, Heroes, because I want to do one myself. So, but I love time travel movies. Wow, I'm excited. Oh, man. This is pretty cool. This is pretty awesome. Wow. So, Indiana Jones does some time traveling. I'm impressed. I am impressed. That's pretty cool. There's one thing about wearing this hat, though. It gets hot after a while. Because it's like, it's pure wool. So that's why I've been taking off my hat, like, wiping the sweat off my head. So it's a cool hat. It's just, it just gets hot at times. So I got to take some breaks and stuff, you know, when I wear it. But besides that, it's a lot of fun. I do like this hat, so I'll probably rock it a little bit more in more conventions, at more shows and more vlogs. I heard from Sam. Sam's doing all right. He said his sister is doing a lot better. His sister was in some crazy shit, and she asked her brother to help. But he basically said, Fears, it's nothing you did. He's like, tell the fans it's nothing that you did. He goes, I still want to hang out. He goes, I still love you, buddy. He goes, but he goes, I got to take care of my family and my responsibilities right now. I said, I get it, Sam. So he goes, we're definitely going to hang out after Christmas. So after Christmas, look out for the video game streams are coming back. Sam's like, tell the fans that. He goes, I just got to help my sister out. Like, you know, I got to help her get through some tough times. He goes, and I'll probably, and goes, she's living with me right now. And I was like, oh, wow. I said, it must be serious. What's going on? He goes, oh, it is Fears. He goes, I got to help her out. I said, yeah, no worries. I said, no worries. Wait a minute. What does Heroes and Villains say? He goes, don't worry, Fears. You'll never watch my shit anyways. No, I watch your stuff all the time. Heroes, don't even go there. That's bullshit. I do watch your stuff, and I love you like a brother. I watch your stuff. I maybe miss a video here and there, but I do watch your shit. Last night I watched a little bit of the toy show panel. I watched some of it. I did watch some of it. So yeah, I did watch some stuff. But I work a lot, Heroes and Villains. So if I don't get to every single show, if I don't get to every single video, I apologize. But I do watch your shit. And I appreciate you watching my stuff, too. Tinder says, you bought a hat that's made out of pure wool living in Florida. Yeah, I did. I know that doesn't make any sense, Tinder Immortal, but it's such a cool hat. And I'm only going to wear this, like, when I'm inside and stuff. I'm not going to wear it outside unless I absolutely have to. For, like, today, I was mainly wearing it inside. There was a few times where I had to go outside and film something, but I filmed it real quick and came back inside. So, it's not that bad. So, yeah. Richie says, Fears, you look like you can be a tour guide. I know, right? But everyone seems to like this hat, and I'm glad everybody likes this hat because I was very scared to go from my baseball caps to this. And I thought, well, I'm like, maybe a new hat would help me attract a girl and get some better fashion going on. So I threw away some old baseball caps. I bought some new baseball caps, and this is one of the hats that I bought. So yeah. Anyway, I think that's a good place to stop. So my analysis, the show was great. Their bag policy is horrible. And that's why it was a B+. The rest of the show was bloody fantastic. Nice people, nice staff. Whoever made the bag policy up, you can go to hell. That is the most stupidest policy I've ever heard of in my life. Fear's going to grab a shower. I'm going to do some edits today, so I may post another video later on today. I got to be at work tonight at 2 o'clock in the morning. Well, actually, but I have to go to my second job before that, so I got to be at my job at 6, and I work till 10, get off, have a little rest, have a little something to eat, and then go back in at 2:30 in the morning. So I need to get off here. But I'm going to try and edit a little bit before I have to go to work. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to FearsMan26 and Fears Vlogs. If you have not followed me on TikTok, follow me on TikTok, FearsMan26. Don't forget to subscribe to Mrs. Immortal, Tinder Immortal, Electric Evie on Twitch. She twitches all the time. Twitch casting, going nuts. Subscribe to Vision's website, www.exhumvisions.com. Buy some cool shit. Check out my friend Randall, Lord Randall, at Cameo Man 2021 and the Mayor of Magic. Pixel, get off your ass and make some more content off of Pixel Protocol. Subscribe to that channel too. And this is Fears. Bidding you guys a fond